So neuroeconomics combines economics, psychology, neuroscience together to build a joint theory or general theory of decision making. And this field focuses on decision making. So this is decision theory. So what kind of decisions do we make day by day? For example, do I see red or green traffic light? These are perceptual decisions. It very much depends on our perceptual system. Shall I bring umbrella tomorrow? And this decision has something to do with our uncertainty about the status of nature. We do not know what weather will be tomorrow. Am I going to smoke a cigarette? And this decision depends on our view on potential losses to our health. Can we really suffer from the cigarette? In a committee, we can make a joint decision. So that would be a group decision, a decision made together. Sometimes we have to overcome some disagreements. So these decisions are made in social contexts. We interact with each other. We take into account opinions of each other. So, of course, decision-making theory should address all of these possible decisions. But all these decisions are based, or all these problems are based on certain assumptions. So decision-making theory normally makes three important assumptions. First of all, that there are options to choose between. So if a medical doctor hit your knee, it produces a knee-jerk reflexes. There is no decision to make. This is an automatic reaction. So basically it needs only 2 neurons to produce this reflex. And there is no decision. You do not select between different options. But medical doctor, when he selects between your legs, makes a decision because he has options. So normally decision-making theory deals with the decisions between different options. Also, decision-making theory assumes that decisions are made in a non-random way. So it doesn't make sense to investigate decision-making mechanisms if these decisions are random. And finally, decision-making theory suggests that there are goals, so our decisions are goal-directed. So overall, decision-making theory is concerned with goal-directed behavior in the presence of options. And neuroeconomics also focuses on these aspects of our decisions. So there are 2 types of decision-making theories: normative decision-making theory. And normative decision-making theory describes how decisions should be made. And descriptive theory, this theory would describe how decisions are actually made. So there are 2 different types of theories. For example, normative economics theory would discuss how should we optimally make our decisions. But descriptive theories, they actually describe our actual behavior. And neuroeconomics is a descriptive theory. It tries to model our actual behavior. So in order to study decision-making process, it makes sense to separate decisions into different stages. So different philosophers and psychologists and scientists, they separated decision-making process in different stages. But more or less, all of them suggest that first we identify the problem, next we collect information related to the problem, next we produce some solutions, alternative decisions, and we evaluate these alternative decisions, these alternatives. And finally, we select between these alternatives and finalize the decision. So neuroeconomics adopts basically the same approach. It's a bit different, but it's quite similar. So this is an example of the very influential concept describing the process of decision making. So it suggests that decision is started by representation of the problem. So next we evaluate the options. Next we select the action and we evaluate the outcome of our action. And finally we learn based on the outcomes of our action. And this learning process can modify all stages of decision making. So in this course we will focus on these stages and we will try to understand how these stages are programmed by our brains.